Hey everyone, and welcome to this deep dive we're doing into retirement finance. We've got quite a bit of research here from over 25 experts.
That's right.
To help you navigate this exciting but often really complex chapter of life.
Absolutely.
Think of us as your financial Sherpas,
Right.
kind of guiding you toward those golden years without hitting any major money potholes along the way.
That's a great way to put it. Yeah. We'll be unpacking some
Yeah.
common pitfalls that can really sabotage even the most well-intentioned retirement plans, and more importantly, will equip you with the knowledge and strategies to avoid them.
Now, you might be surprised to learn that over 60% of retirees end up spending a huge chunk of their savings in the first 3 years.
Oh, wow.
It's like they've been on this strict financial diet for decades, and suddenly it's an all-you-can-eat buffet.
That's a great analogy. It's understandable, really.
Yeah.
After years of working and saving, there's this natural desire to finally reward yourself and enjoy the fruits of your labor. But without a mindful spending plan, that initial retirement euphoria can quickly turn into a financial hangover.
So imagine this. You're finally free to indulge in that dream vacation or that fancy sports car you've always wanted. The thrill is real.
Right.
But it's fleeting. And what lingers, that dent in your nest egg?
Exactly.
Not as fun.
Right. Not so much.
No.
It's crucial to strike a balance between enjoying your newfound freedom and preserving your financial security for the long haul.
Right.
Think of it as pacing yourself at a marathon, not sprinting out of the gate.
Got it.
And risking burnout.
Okay, so pacing ourselves at the retirement buffet. Got it.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about another potential pitfall that can drain your savings faster than you can say pension investment traps.
Ooh, yeah. This is where things can get really tricky.
Right.
And even savvy investors can fall prey to scams promising unrealistic returns. Remember, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is.
Yeah, that's a good rule of thumb.
High returns always come with a degree of risk.
And it's not just about avoiding those obvious Ponzi schemes.
Right.
Sometimes the danger comes from closer to home. Maybe it's a well-meaning friend.
Oh, yeah.
Who's convinced they found the next Bitcoin.
Exactly.
And urges you to jump on board.
That's why it's so important to be skeptical about do your own due diligence and consider diversifying your investments rather than putting all your eggs in one basket. And of course, consulting with a trusted financial advisor can provide valuable guidance and help you navigate this complex financial waters.
So we've got overspending and risky investments on our radar. What else should we be wary of as we plan for a financially secure retirement?
Well, one of the most insidious threats to your retirement savings is actually something you can't see or touch. Inflation.
Okay.
It silently erodes the value of your money over time, just like rust slowly eats away at metal.
Wow, that's a powerful image.
Yeah.
So it's like a hidden enemy slowly chipping away at our purchasing power, even if we're doing everything else right.
Precisely to give you a sense of just how powerful inflation can be, consider this.
Okay.
What you could buy with $100,000 20 years ago now costs almost double that amount due to inflation.
Wow.
It's a sobering thought, right?
It definitely is, and it underscores the importance of proactively planning for inflation.
Absolutely.
When crafting your retirement strategy.
Now, shifting gears a bit, let's talk about another important, albeit often overlooked aspect of retirement planning.
Okay.
Long-term care.
Okay.
While it's not the most pleasant topic to dwell on,
the
reality is that around 70% of seniors will require some form of long-term care during their lifetime.
And, nobody wants to picture themselves in a nursing home.
Right.
But the fact is that those costs can be astronomical.
They can.
Potentially wiping out your savings if you're not prepared.
That's right. The average cost of a private room in a nursing home can exceed $100,000 per year.
Wow.
That's why it's crucial to explore options like long-term care insurance, health savings accounts, or even Medicaid planning well in advance.
It's about securing your comfort and independence as you age, not just hoping for the best and crossing your fingers.
Exactly. Proactive planning can make a world of difference in those later years.
Now, speaking of planning for the future, let's talk about a topic that can be particularly sensitive for many families, helping our children financially, even when we're retired.
Ah, yes, the bank of mom and dad.
Yeah.
It's natural to want to support our children.
Of course.
But sometimes that support can go too far, especially if it comes at the expense of our own financial well-being.
It's a delicate balance, right?
It is.
Because we want to help them succeed, but we also don't want to enable poor financial habits or put our own retirement security at risk.
Exactly. Let's say you have an adult child who is constantly struggling financially, and you're always there to bail them out. While it might feel like you're helping you, could actually be hindering their growth and independence.
It's like that old saying, give a man a fish and you feed him for a day.
Yeah.
Teach a man to fish and you feed him for a lifetime.
I love that.
Sometimes the best way to help our children is to empower them to become financially self-sufficient.
I couldn't agree more, and that brings us to another common retirement mistake.
Okay.
Clinging to the same investment strategy you had when you were younger.
Right, because what worked for us in our 30s and 40s might not be the best approach when we're in our 60s and 70s, right?
Think of it this way. When you're younger and have a longer time horizon, you can afford to take on more risk in pursuit of higher returns, but as you approach retirement, it's crucial to shift your focus toward preserving your capital and generating a steady stream of income.
So it's like transitioning from a speedboat to a sturdy cruise ship.
That's a great analogy.
We're not looking for thrills and spills anymore.
I'll agree.
We want a smooth and reliable journey.
And, the data backs this up. Studies have shown that retirees with a portfolio heavily weighted towards stocks are significantly more likely to run out of money during their lifetime.
Oh, wow.
Compared to those with a more balanced approach.
So what's the secret sauce to achieving that balance?
It's about incorporating a mix of safe and stable investments like bonds, annuities, and dividend-paying stocks.
Okay.
These can provide a steady stream of income and act as a buffer against market volatility, giving you peace of mind knowing your nest egg is protected.
Got it.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
All right.
So we've talked about a lot of different things here, what to look out for.
Yes.
But are there some other common mistakes that we should be aware of?
Oh, absolutely. There are plenty more pitfalls to watch out for, but we'll delve into those in our next segment.
Sounds good. I'm looking forward to it.
Me too. Now let's shift gears to a topic that many people tend to avoid thinking about, downsizing. You might be holding on to a large family home filled with memories and spacious rooms, but as you transition into retirement, that once beloved home can become a financial burden, especially if you're dealing with empty bedrooms and rising property taxes.
Yeah, I can see how letting go of the family home can be emotionally challenging. But could you elaborate on how downsizing can actually unlock financial freedom and potentially even enhance your retirement lifestyle?
Absolutely. Downsizing isn't about sacrificing comfort. It's about right-sizing your living situation to match your current needs and financial goals. Imagine taking the equity you've built up in your home and using it to travel the world, pursue a passion project, or simply enjoy peace of mind knowing you have a financial cushion for unexpected expenses.
It's like trading those empty bedrooms for a whole world of new possibilities.
Exactly.
I love that reframing. Instead of viewing it as a loss, you're actually gaining freedom and flexibility.
Now let's delve into another crucial aspect of retirement planning that often gets overlooked. Creating a sustainable withdrawal strategy. You've worked hard and saved diligently, but without a plan for how to actually tap into those savings, you risk depleting your nest egg too quickly.
This is where things can get a bit tricky, because you don't want to be too conservative and end up denying yourself the joys of retirement. But you also don't want to be too aggressive and risk running out of money before your time is up.
Exactly. It's about finding that sweet spot, and there are various strategies to help you do just that. One common guideline is the 4% rule, which suggests withdrawing 4% of your retirement savings each year to make your money last. However, it's important to remember that this is just a starting point and may need to be adjusted based on factors like inflation, market performance, and your individual circumstances.
So it's not a magic formula, but rather a framework that needs to be personalized,
Exactly.
And speaking of things that need to be tailored to your specific situation, let's talk about taxes. Many people forget that withdrawals from retirement accounts like 401ks and IRAs are generally taxable. How can we factor that into our withdrawal strategy?
That's a great point. It's essential to consult with a financial advisor who can help you create a tax-efficient withdrawal plan that minimizes your tax liability and maximizes your after-tax income. They can also help you navigate the complexities of different account types and withdrawal options to ensure you're making the most of your savings.
It sounds like having a trusted financial advisor on your team is invaluable when it comes to creating a retirement plan that truly aligns with your goals and circumstances.
Absolutely. Now let's move on to a topic that many people find uncomfortable, but it's crucial to address: estate planning. While none of us like to dwell on the inevitable, having a clear and up-to-date estate plan ensures that your wishes are carried out and your loved ones are protected in the event of your passing.
Yeah, I think many people avoid estate planning because it feels overwhelming or even morbid. But from what I've learned, neglecting this aspect can lead to a lot of unnecessary stress and potential conflict for our families down the road.
That's right. Without a proper estate plan, you risk your assets being distributed according to state law, which may not reflect your true intentions. This can lead to lengthy and costly legal battles, especially if there are blended families or complex financial situations involved.
So what are the essential elements of a comprehensive estate plan that we should be thinking about?
Well, it starts with having a valid will that clearly outlines how you want your assets to be distributed.
Okay.
You'll also want to establish a durable power of attorney for finances, which designates someone you trust to manage your financial affairs if you become incapacitated.
Right.
And equally important is a healthcare power of attorney, which allows someone you designate to make medical decisions on your behalf if you're unable to do so yourself.
These documents provide clarity and peace of mind both for you and your loved ones, ensuring that your wishes are respected and your affairs are handled responsibly no matter what life throws your way.
Exactly, and it's important to remember that estate planning isn't a one-time task. You should review and update your plan periodically, especially after major life events like marriage, divorce, the birth of a child or grandchild, or significant changes in your financial situation.
It's about ensuring that your plan always reflects your current circumstances and intentions, just like we talked about, adjusting our investment strategy as we age.
Precisely now, after covering all these potential pitfalls and strategies,
Right.
it's crucial to remember that retirement planning shouldn't just be about avoiding mistakes and accumulating wealth. It's ultimately about creating a fulfilling and enjoyable next chapter in your life.
Yeah, that's such an important point. Sometimes we get so caught up in the numbers and the logistics that we forget about the bigger picture, living a life filled with purpose, passion, and joy.
Exactly. It's about designing a retirement that aligns with your values, interests, and aspirations. What are the things you've always dreamed of doing but put on hold?
Right.
What brings you joy and a sense of fulfillment?
This brings to mind what I consider the biggest mistake of all when it comes to retirement. Forgetting to actually enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's like we spend so much time planning and preparing that we miss out on actually living in the moment and savoring this precious time.
I couldn't agree more. It's a trap many people fall into. They delay gratification for so long that they forget how to actually enjoy the fruits of their labor. They become so fixated on preserving their wealth that they neglect to actually live their lives to the fullest.
So how do we avoid falling into this trap? How can we ensure that we're not just financially secure, but also emotionally and mentally fulfilled in retirement?
It starts with shifting our mindset from a scarcity mentality to one of abundance instead of constantly worrying about running out of money. Focus on creating a life that's rich in experiences, connections, and purpose. Allow yourself to indulge in things that bring you joy, whether it's traveling, pursuing hobbies, spending time with loved ones, or giving back to your community.
It's about embracing the freedom and flexibility that retirement offers and using it to create a life that truly reflects your passions and priorities.
Exactly. Remember, you've worked hard for this, and you deserve to enjoy it. Don't let fear or inertia hold you back from living your best life.
Welcome back. You've been with us on quite a journey through the landscape of retirement finance. We've covered a lot of ground, from those tempting spending sprees to the often dreaded topic of estate planning.
It's been a comprehensive exploration, to say the least. We've tackled those common pitfalls that can derail even the best-laid retirement plans. And more importantly, we've equipped you with strategies and insights to navigate those challenges with confidence.
Now, after all this talk about what not to do, I want to shift gears and end on a more empowering note. It's easy to feel overwhelmed by all the information out there, but remember, you don't have to become a financial expert overnight.
That's right. The key is to take it one step at a time, focus on those small, manageable actions that can make a big difference over time.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into retirement finance, I want to leave you with this question. What's one small step you can take today to feel more confident about your financial future?
Maybe it's finally setting up that 401k contribution you've been putting off, or perhaps it's reaching out to a financial advisor for a quick chat. Even a seemingly insignificant action can create momentum and set you on the path toward a more secure and fulfilling retirement.
And remember, you're not alone on this journey. We're all navigating this complex world together, learning and adapting along the way. We encourage you to share your thoughts, questions, or even your own experiences in the comments below. Your insights might just inspire someone else who's facing similar challenges.
That's right. Collective wisdom is a powerful tool, and we can all benefit from sharing our knowledge and supporting each other.
Well, folks, That's it for our deep dive into retirement finance. We hope you found it informative, insightful, and empowering. Remember, knowledge is power, and with a little planning and a dash of mindful action, you can make those golden years truly shine.
Until next time, happy planning.